Hello, everyone, and welcome to Culture of Gaming's Power Up Podcast, episode 74. I'm a little bit out of practice. My name is Taylor, and yeah, thank you. And we are. Now you got me all screwed up. Look at what you did. Your little comments, okay? Anyway, this is episode 74, being recorded live on June 1st, 2019, or early in the morning, June 2nd, if you're in Ausland. Anyway, yeah, this week I'm, of course, joined by Anthony Dennis. How are you, sir?
I am pretty decent, I would say. What about yourself?
Doing good, thank you. What have you been playing this past week?
I've been playing some Ace Combat Assault Horizon. Got into that last night. I've played it like 3 times. Anyway. Aside from that, I haven't really been gaming that much this week. Been playing some Apex. You and I streamed some of that a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Still haven't really killed that many people, but anyway.
Okay.
It's you jump into it during the day here, and it's just you get people who've got like 8,000 kills, and it's just kill me now, just get it over with already. Yeah. Also been playing some Call of Duty 2 as well, just a little bit of that here and there. So like halfway through that now. I'm trying to kind of replay all of the Call of Duties because of Modern Warfare coming, or another Modern Warfare coming out at least, which we will get to later on. So that's a bit of a task in itself, and aside from that, that's kind of it for me this week.
Okay. All right. Andrew, you're of course here. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
Awesome. What have you been up to this past week?
Not too much. I talked about the Neo 2 demo last week, and I played a little bit more of that. Hopefully a video on the site soon. Got some boarding issues, but we're past that, I think, now. So we're good. And then I randomly got into like NBA 2K. Like I've been watching basketball, and it's like on sale for $20. I was like, all right, I'm playing some basketball now.
I'm inspired.
Yeah, I know. I was inspired just to pick up NBA 2K, which is I don't know. I always like buy every couple of years. I buy one. I'm like, yeah, it's good. And then I stop playing it, and then 2 years later, I buy another one. So
like every sports game.
Yeah, they got me.
Fair enough.
All right. Anything else?
I'm trying to think. A little bit of the Konami, the Castlevania collection. Still working my way through the first game very slowly. I'm trying not to save state too badly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty much it. I haven't played too much.
Okay. And then, all right, welcome newcomer to the show is TC. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. How about you guys today?
Good. Good. So you're one of our new staff writers here at Culture of Gaming. How long it's been? What, a week now? 2 weeks, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably about a week.
5 days, I think.
Oh, okay.
5 days. Yeah.
Barely even a week.
Work
All right.
I'm not keeping track.
All right. So what have you been playing this past week or so?
Oh, well, mainly it's been writing.
Okay.
Trying to get that
Fair enough.
popped out, but Yakuza Kiwami 2.
Okay.
I'm going through that, and that's oh man, that's such a fun game.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to going straight from that into Yakuza 6, because that was on sale for Golden Week actually, not too long ago.
Okay.
It was down from 50 to 25. So
Cool.
yeah, I had to have it. That's pretty much been all I've been playing.
Okay. You remind me, I need to finish Yakuza 0.
It's good.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Very
I
good.
need to finish that. All right. So this past week in gaming for me, as Anthony mentioned, Tim and I streamed Apex Legends earlier in the week, and I played a little bit of it outside of that also. His whole thing rings true to America also, or it's like at least on American servers, where it's just like, you did during the day, it's like these people that do this as like a full-time job or something, almost play the game because, they're a Twitch streamer or like a YouTuber or something. But then it's like you go at night and something, then you got like all the normies and casuals that are there. So it's okay. And
he
then
has like a 1% chance of winning.
Yeah.
Instead of none.
Yeah. And then
Did you see they put out a big update for that? Or they planned their update, I think.
yeah, looks like, are you talking about it's like the upcoming one that we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Season 2?
Yeah.
Season 2?
Yeah.
Season 2 is the amazing
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. That
barely
announcement's
played
coming on
season
like June 8th or so. So
Mm.
yeah. It looks like they're taking what they learned about like the season 1 battle pass and everything, and just kind of moving forward from that. Although people talked like, oh, the game was dying and everything, it had like its month of glory, and then it just kind of died off and everything, and it's just like, I'm kind of hold to this day that I don't think Respawn anticipated how successful it would be, so they didn't really have that comprehensive of a plan going forward. So I think just kinda,
Yeah.
And I think
the whole dying off thing was because they lost like 70% of their sales figures. But I mean, it's still very active. Like you can easily get a game like within minutes, very easily. Like at least over here during the day and whatnot. And at night you've got like 400 people in the queue.
Yeah.
So it's still going strong in my opinion.
Oh yeah, player base is still super healthy. I don't want to say it's dying, but it did certainly fall off from like say when it released. And
yeah.
Well, that's mainly because all the bigger streamers have kind of moved on from it, and they've gone to different. They've gone back to other or Fortnite. And they got bored of it, I guess.
Yeah.
And that fan base, the children will follow.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. The army of 9-year-olds. All right. All right, and then, let's see. A bit of World of Warcraft also, mostly for research at this point, because I'm just trying to figure out how far, so it's like, I've been watching a lot of content surrounding, like, the World of Warcraft Classic beta and everything, and it's just, like, the big thing that's getting me about it is just, like, the social aspect of WoW is kind of returning in vanilla classic and everything. And I mean, it's kind of weird to think about, right? How is it unsocial in an MMO with, like 6 million people playing it, It's just like, in the retail modern version of World of Warcraft, it's like, they have such good sharding technology and everything, which is like, you're never actually only on the server that you created your character on. It's just like, because, there are certain zones where it's like there's overlap with servers and everything, and it kind of gets it does kind of get frustrating because like you'll be wandering around the world and everything, you won't see anyone, let alone like anyone from your server or something. But then it's like as soon as you get to an area of interest, all of a sudden it's just like, oh, there's some random person from another server in this area of interest. It's like he just kind of popped in all of a sudden. It's like, oh, hello, how are you? That's an example of sharding. Or you have to wait to kill like a mob for a world quest or something. Nothing beats sitting there, and it's like waiting for him to respawn, and then all of a sudden he just appears right in front of you because you got sharded into a server where he's there. It's just like, it is kind of jarring. But then also the biggest thing too is just like the difficulty over the years has gotten so much easier, and so especially compared to classic. And so it's like, you go out to classic and it's like everything is just like, questing is difficult, as opposed to just like it being something easily tedious that you can do in the modern version. And so it's like, it was not uncommon to, make friends because, oh, you guys had the same quest, let's work together to solve it and everything. Let's help each other out, sort of thing. As opposed to modern day WoW, where you're just trying to go about your own business. And so I'm just trying to see like, how far can you go just as a pure solo player in the modern day? Like how far in terms of gear, in terms of content, can you do and everything? So you're talking like the current version of WoW. Yes.
You're trying to see how, I mean, you could probably go to the end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like
yourself.
It's like, I guarantee you, it's just like you can probably get pretty much ready to go into heroic raiding, I would say, at minimum, just by yourself without needing 10 people. Yeah.
Classic, you had to like plan days in advance a raid.
Right, exactly.
So,
and I mean, I'm sure if you're doing like Mythic Plus or like World Progression or World First Progression rating or something like that, then it's like you would obviously need people. I'm thinking just as a solo player, you can pretty much do all the content, like at least at a base level. Yeah, so anyway, that's a little experiment I'm running right now, and that's been about it in terms of my gaming experience. So facebook.com/powerpodcast and facebook.com/cod.net. We have a community Discord, a link to which you can find on the right hand sidebar of the main site, and you can talk to everyone you see on the podcast right there. We're usually hanging out in the general chat, so come say hi. And then main site is, of course, cultureofgaming.com, Twitter @COGDOTNET, that's @COD.net, Instagram @cultureofgaming, youtube.com/cultureofgaming, twitch.tv/cultureofgaming, myspace.com/powerpod, and the audience can ask us questions through any of those channels as we are live, although we would much prefer you to ask us questions through Discord, Twitter, or the live Twitch chat. So, getting into the gaming news for this week, leading topic is this little game called Call of Duty Modern Warfare. You might have heard about it. It got revealed officially Thursday morning. Thursday morning. And so, yeah, it was a little 2-minute trailer. And, yeah, it's... I don't know. I guess first thing to go through is, what do you guys think of it? What do you guys think?
What's with the one part of the trailer where you're like attached to the person's helmet? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah,
it
no,
wasn't like a first person view.
Yeah, I think it was just like
I
a
don't know
helmet
what
cam
was
sort of
going
thing.
on.
I think it was just
Yeah,
like a
so-
helmet cam sort of thing.
So I was like, is that like a portion of the game where you're playing through someone's helmet cam, or?
I hope to God not. I'd imagine it'd just be used for a cutscene, you know?
I would hope so,
Yeah.
because that was very kind of disorienting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it looked pretty. I mean, it looked pretty awesome. I am not a fan that they've changed voice actors, unfortunately.
For price.
The old,
Yeah.
the old price is awesome.
Yeah.
It looks like they're going. You and I had a bit of a chat about this. I think after I watched it, Taylor.
Yeah.
They're going more for like the whole war-torn / warmongering kind of feel, I guess, in a sense, and like homegrown terrorism and all that. I think it's the whole setting that they're going for. They're kind of breaking away from the whole Russian / shooting everybody in an airport, which doesn't really happen.
Russia.
I mean, I reckon it's good. I'm definitely going to pick it up
Okay.
if it comes to PC, which it should.
Well,
so
yeah.
that's good.
I think that's a given.
Yeah.
It's Russian.
Okay.
If it makes you feel any better, on the Battle.net launcher, they already have the entry for it. So it is on PC.
Okay, cool.
No need to worry about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Andrew, what do you think? Is Modern Warfare nostalgic like I am?
I mean, well, we just saw like I don't really care too much about the characters, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing Soap McTavish, I'm like, all right, that's Soap.
Yeah.
Cool. Does it do anything for me? Not really.
Okay.
But there's been a lot of like people talking on the like previews they've seen, and it sounds like they're going for like a little more grounded kind of approach. So I am interested in it. I'm definitely excited for it because I don't know. I like Call of Duty. Like it's one of those like junk food games that I love to just pick up and
Okay.
play for, even if it's just like a couple weekends. I always enjoy my time with it, and then I can get rid of it and like think nothing about it and not feel bad.
All right, fair enough. It's one of those throwaway
Yeah,
games.
so I don't know, and then so like I like the modern warfare idea, and it seems like they're doing. I don't know. We'll see. I'm really just curious to see gameplay because if it plays the same old, maybe I won't be as excited. But
Yeah, that's actually kind of a good point to bring up, though, is that in the reveal trailer, we never actually got, like, gameplay from how we would experience it in-game. We just saw kind of these removed camera shots of scenes happening, you know? So that's kind of the way I would describe it. Yeah, to me, there was kind of a little bit of, there was quite a bit of interesting stuff to take away from the trailer. I mean, I don't want to say, like, I've invested into Call of Duty's story or anything, but, you know, I've always kind of enjoyed playing through the campaigns and whatnot. You know, it's like the original Modern Warfare series especially had kind of that Michael Bay-esque action sort of feel to them. They were just kind of good, like, 8 hours of entertainment, you know? But then, you know, the multiplayer was always where it's at. And we don't really know a whole lot of info from the multiplayer outside of what some of the influencers who were previewed to this game got to see and everything. But from what I understand, the whole, like, operator ability thing that Black Ops has going for it right now is it making a comeback. So people are thinking it's probably going to be a little bit more of a traditional style for it, which I think is solid and everything. But then going back to... Oh, go ahead.
They actually put out some details of what Modern Warfare's multiplayer is going to entail.
Okay.
I haven't actually read it, but that's going to be around 20 players or so, I believe.
Okay.
And they're going to have like zombies and all that kind of stuff as well, like they usually have.
Oh, I heard there wasn't going to be zombies.
Okay.
Okay.
I need to I haven't read it, but I just briefly saw a headline, so I can read it.
Okay. I have a feeling this is fake news, but whatever.
I don't know.
I saw they were doing like a Spec Ops like co-op type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. Okay. But anyway,
Can have 360 no scope.
Yeah, so going back to the trailer itself, it was all apparently like gameplay footage, and I think a big thing was like it was highlighting the trailer or the new engine that they have for it, rather, and that's yeah, and so it's like seems like it's doing some good stuff. There's still kind of some remnants of the old engine that you can see in there, mostly in kind of like the facial animation and the facial modeling. I don't think it's ever been that good, but it seems like they kind of made strides in terms of lighting systems and everything in terms of polygon count, stuff like that. So that's always kind of good to see that, because, you know, Call of Duty really hasn't gotten a significant engine overhaul since Modern Warfare 3 or so. I would say Modern Warfare 3 to Black Ops 2 was the most significant like jump in engine tech, and that was about it so far. So that's just my opinion. And so yeah, I guess the next part, from what we know, this wasn't really shown off in the trailer, but what we know from people that have actually got the game demo to them and everything, I guess it's like the campaign is gonna be, I don't want to call it controversy bait, but I guarantee you, it's like as the game gets closer to release, we're gonna start seeing kind of like mainstream news outlets start criticizing some of the content in it. One of the levels that was shown off to these people was basically you start off as a police officer in London near Piccadilly Circus and everything, and you stop, or it's like you go up to some suspicious people unloading cargo from a van or something, and you basically say, it's like, hey, what is that or whatever. They panic, drive off, and they detonate a bomb that was in the back of the van. They kill a bunch of people, and then I guess the next part of the mission is that you're a British SAS team raiding kind of the housing of the terror cell that conducted the attack. And so yeah, I guess that kind of, it gets into, from what people have saying, it's just like, not only are you shooting, kind of like the military men that are in there shooting back at you, but also, you're shooting women that are going for weapons and everything to try and assault you, etc., etc. And then the next mission seems to be kind of a backstory to one of the Middle Eastern resistance fighters that you'll be playing as throughout the campaign also, where you basically, as a 9-year-old, you work with your 11-year-old brother or 12-year-old brother to, stab a Russian soldier with a screwdriver and escape your village. So,
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I.e. banned here. Calling it now.
Well, it's banned in Australia probably, so we just write that one off.
Yeah.
That portion seems pretty interesting though. That you play as a child, correct?
Yes. As far as I'm aware, it's just like you play as a 9-year-old child. Yeah.
I think that's an interesting part of it. Okay. Honestly, like it sparks my interest in what that level entails, but yeah, it'll be controversial.
Okay. I guess you're not constantly the 9-year-old child for like that part of the story or whatever. It's more of just like this is her backstory sort of thing. You understand why she became the person. And I guess you play as her like when she's 20, 21 or so as a Middle Eastern resistance fighter. So, yeah.
So is that the first playable female character in a campaign for Call of Duty?
I thought maybe. Weren't you playing as like Mason's daughter or something in one of them?
I don't know. I didn't get after like Modern Warfare 3. I think I was done with it.
Okay.
No, there was a playable female character in Ghosts, I believe.
Okay. I never played that one either.
Okay. I do not remember.
Yeah.
So
that would be interesting.
Yeah, it was Ghosts. So just a couple more details on this. While traditional Call of Duty multiplayer focuses on 6v6 matches, it seems Modern Warfare will up the ante as it will feature a 20-player mode. Over on both the PlayStation Store and Xbox Store listings for the game, it mentions that Modern Warfare multiplayer will support 2 to 20 players.
Okay.
And they're also going to have a ground war mode that is limited to 18 players, 9 per side.
Nice.
And that's basically all details that they have.
Okay. All right.
So,
fair enough.
Not much, but it's getting there slightly.
I guess the big thing is just like, because I guess all the missions, I don't want to say are similar, morally, or it's like are similar to the scenarios in what missions were demoed, but I guess like the content matter is going to be a little bit simpler, where it's just like, you're going to be doing kind of the less pretty I don't want to say pretty or like glamorous, because war really isn't pretty or glamorous, but kind of like the less media standard bits of war that you're not really exposed to, kind of. So it's just like, what do you guys think of that direction that the campaign is supposedly heading in?
I mean, I worry that it's obviously going to get banned here, but
okay.
I mean, luckily if you're playing on PC, you can kind of get it from elsewhere, which is good. But I think, like with the whole going for a more realistic aspect, I think people need to know what's going on in wars and whatnot, and that's like the whole 9/11 thing in a sense. Like as soon as that happened, they kind of took everything off the media, and nobody really knew what was going on in a sense. Not that I don't really know much about it, because I'm obviously not American, but I believe that's what happened. So I think they kind of need to give people more of a kind of, this is what happens in war, this is what soldiers face, this is what happens on a day-to-day basis. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that they're going this route. I think it's a good thing, but it's whether countries accept it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely different, and it's like you said, it's the less pretty stuff. It's not really here's a bad guy, you know he's a bad guy.
Right.
He's
I
gotta
mean,
go down,
that's what it's like.
really.
All Call of Duty games, all like kind of Battlefield games, pretty much all like modern military shooters. Just like these are clearly the bad guys, you know. Obviously,
Yeah.
so it's like it's like you're clearly the good guys. Go shoot them. You know. This is more.
Yeah,
like,
they're James Bond villains, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much all they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, it's definitely gonna raise some eyebrows.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I would say so. And then I'd like to ask Andrew, but he's currently AFK, which is fine.
Oh, here he is.
Oh, here he is.
Maybe.
All right.
There we go.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. No, that's good. Andrew, what do you think?
Oh, I just think so. I hope they do it right. First of all, I hope it's not just like like poor taste of like certain things. Like obviously, war is a touchy subject and it sucks.
Yeah.
And it's brutal. But it's nice. I think it's the right time and era to like not be like, because like Call of Duty is always kind of me like, yeah, man, war is so badass and you're
Right.
shooting people, and it's like, nah, it's not really how it works
Yeah.
in real life.
No.
So if they can capture some, some sort of like actual meaningful experience, then all for it. If it's just going to be some hollow thing with like nothing to say, for the sake of being controversial, like no, well, that's kind of a bummer. But hopefully they can do something meaningful with it. But I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there in the sense of just like it's important that they're doing this as long as it's in a meaningful way sort of thing and everything, and not just kind of purely going for shock factor all the way through. Because it's like I've heard a lot of people say that it's like, oh, this is like pretty much a campaign full of no Russian missions and everything, which I hope that's not the good way to describe it, because like I always thought no Russian was just like such a shock factor sort of thing, to try. Yeah, it was just sort of a shock factor sort of thing. And I mean, it is also, the campaign shouldn't be purely comprised just a pure shock factor just for shock factor. There needs to be more to it, kind of as Andrew said.
There needs to be depth and like something that you can kind of connect with.
Yeah.
Instead of it just being, hey, jump into a crowd of 20 guys, be a bullet sponge, and kill all of them.
Right, exactly.
Right now. They need more in-depth missions too. If it's just the same old run through, shoot these guys, plant this bomb, get to this point A to point B, like that's where it'll shut me out.
Okay. All right. So
fair enough.
Yeah. How much protesting do you think will go on with the subject matter of the game?
I don't think any, to be honest.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I bet it'll be quick. They probably won't show too much, and then
Yeah,
it'll be out.
Okay. Fair enough.
It'll go more to the controversy of children playing it too much.
Probably.
That's
I
gonna
mean,
be...
maybe. I don't know if we've heard that in a while though from Call of Duty.
Yeah.
No, but this could be because Modern Warfare had the better multiplayer, in my opinion. So hopefully they get back to that formula.
Yeah.
But like, that was like only people who have nostalgia for Modern Warfare are people like our age, played it back in the day. Like the young kids are like, oh, it's just Call of Duty.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah.
It's it's like people like to complain about like Fortnite kids migrating to a game or something and ruining it. Well, it's like Call of Duty kids were that back in the day. It's just like so. Yeah.
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 I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be like protested in a country like America or something like that. But in kind of a country like here, as another example, because they're probably going to do something about it. I reckon we might get a bit of protesting here about it. Like people are going to be not happy at all if it gets not given a classification. And I think we may even see like a dumbed down version for Australian audiences. Like they've done that before. They did it with No Russian. They did it with Saints Row as well, and they've done it with a couple of other games as well. So it's
I
see what
honestly,
happens, I guess.
I wouldn't be surprised if you guys only got multiplayer. No, I'm serious. Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
That was the thing. Okay.
Neither would I, to be honest.
And how do you tone down Saints Row? Just curious.
It's like
they removed
blur
a
the
couple
bat.
of items and whatnot.
You blur the bat
Whatnot.
enough. So you're just
The
swinging
bat,
around
yeah.
like a bunch of pixels, just like just a bunch of blurry pixels. Just
I think they
It's just a
actually did
Minecraft
do
sword.
that.
Oh, really?
I think
that's,
so.
that's funny.
Yeah.
I think that's funnier than the original thing, actually. Okay. All right. Anyway, I don't know, Thursday throughout the day, I was refreshing various other like media outlets, just waiting for, the first like opinion hit piece on the content of the game and everything. But I wasn't able to find one quite yet. So, yeah. But anyway.
No, nothing's out on it.
Yeah.
Of like the gameplay, like
Yeah, of like, or it's like the subject matter sort of thing. Just kind of like an opinion piece regarding, it's like, oh, the subject matter is bad, sort of thing,
I don't think they're actually allowed to because they weren't provided. Were they like different like media outlets and whatnot weren't actually given hands-on access to the game? So I think they kind of.
Several were. Several.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
outlets,
I thought they were just like YouTubers or whatever.
Oh.
I don't think they actually played. I think they were just shown a bunch of gameplay.
Oh, okay.
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 Yeah.
Maybe we're just so desensitized to it now that nobody really cares anymore.
Maybe.
That one.
Anyway, so I would say look out for more for it at E3, but considering how Call of Duty is kind of in bed with Sony right now, I mean, there's a bunch of exclusivity things going on about that. Just kind of like they used to do in the Xbox days, also. But so I'm not sure what next event that they'll really show this off at, because Sony won't be at E3. Maybe if Sony does kind of like a
game show?
maybe, but like maybe if Sony does kind of like a state of play around E3, kind of like Nintendo does their directs and everything, and then maybe they would show it off during one of those. So
I could see that.
yeah. All right. So anyway, that was at least Thursday. But when did this come out? Friday? Was this? No, this wasn't yesterday. This was.
No, it's Thursday.
It was Thursday.
It was Thursday.
No, I'm sorry. I won't talk about it. Or we're moving on to Death Stranding now. Was this?
Yeah, okay.
Was it Tuesday? It was that early? Okay.
I think it was Tuesday.
Okay. All right. You know what? This past week has been pretty solid in terms of like reveals, to be honest. So it all just kind of blurs together. So Andrew, Death Stranding.
Yeah. Woo!
8 minutes.
I'm so on board with
Yeah,
this
8
game now,
minutes.
dude. Oh my gosh. Have you guys all seen the trailer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
A couple
Dude,
times. I've watched it a few times.
Yeah, I've watched it multiple times. Dude, I don't know about you guys, but I didn't know anything. Obviously, no one knew much about it. And then when I saw this, I don't know what it was about this trailer. It was like just the way it was shot, the way it's like moves through the trailer, the like music choices,
Yeah.
everything about it. I'm just like, dude, totally on board. Like, I'm ready. Ready to like strap a baby to my chest and play
Let's
video
go.
games.
Let's go.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I know everyone's still saying like, oh, I'm still so confused about what this game is, and like, obviously for good reason because it's not completely spelled out. But yeah, October 8th
Yeah.
or November? No, wait,
November.
November 8th.
November. Okay.
Yeah, November 8th, I believe.
Yeah.
So way sooner than anyone probably ever thought, which is totally awesome because
Yeah.
people were like, that game's never coming out.
Yeah. November.
Me included. So it's nice to know that like we're getting this game. It's coming this year, and like we saw a little bit of gameplay, and it looks smooth. It looks, like maybe it might be, not just a weird like a movie with like bad gameplay in between. Like like the gameplay looks like it might be pretty good. I hope, So
Yeah, it's like
I don't know. I'm excited. I'm super excited.
Yeah, it's like we've always, up until this point, this was a big like 8-minute reveal, and we got pretty much everything out of it. We got what gameplay would look like. We got kind of the base value of the story and everything. Just a little bit of semblance what's going on. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still pretty vague in terms of context to everything and whatnot, but it's just kind of, the scene was kind of set for the game with this trailer. Is probably the best way of describing it and everything. Kind of got introduced to the drama, the characters, etc., etc. And so, yeah, this was much better than what we had previously done, where it was just these little like 2 and 3 minute previews, or just kind of like trailers, of just like, okay, what is going on? There's like World War II skeleton soldiers with like black tentacles all over them moving across a bridge. This guy has a baby in some chamber going into a sewer. There's like dead dolphins.
Sounds like the weirdest game you would ever play.
Yeah.
It sounds fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like,
This one,
this game is weird, but you know what? I'm like interested I'm very interested. And then it's like with
I
this.
think that's the point. Yeah, it's like so mysterious. You just want, I just want to know what is this thing.
Yeah.
I want to know the deal with the go-go gadget ladder that he had.
Yeah, that looked cool. That looked cool. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, and so it was just like with this, it was more of what was the point I was trying to make here? It was basically it's still gonna be weird, but it seems like it's not gonna be weird for the sake of being weird. It seems like a tasteful weird, if that makes any sense. Like, you know,
It's artistic.
yeah, artistic weird.
It's Kojima weird.
Yes.
That's all you need to know about it. It's Kojima weird.
The best
And it
kind of
means
weird.
it'll be great.
There was a character named Die Hard Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
was
huge like movie fan.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro? His character got a name too, and I can't remember what it was now.
There was like Heartman was one of them.
I think-
Oh, his looks like Dead Man or something.
Yeah.
Dead Man.
Yeah.
It's like Mega Man villains or something now.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, my favorite line, he was just like, "Oh, you're the president of jack shit." And I was like,
Yeah.
yes, that's such a good line.
That seemed like a line out of Splinter Cell, honestly.
It's just
Yeah.
like the original Splinter Cell. Just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
He sounds like Snake too. It's like he's trying really hard to sound like Solid Snake when he's talking. Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
But he just
Kinda
has that kind of
looked like
voice
it,
though.
too. He kind of looked like it too, just a little.
A little.
bit.
He looked
Yeah.
like a little.
Yeah, he sports a man bun at one point as well. I noticed that.
Yeah.
that's so this stood out for me for some reason.
Yeah.
But I like the combat. It's not. I like the combat. It wasn't like guns and everything. It was like fist fights, and it seemed like
It's like
they're trying
tactical
to.
innocence.
Yeah, they're flanking you almost like
Yeah.
the bad guys
Yeah.
or whatever.
To a degree, it's
So I like that.
to a degree, it seems like when you're in like the normal world, so to speak, you know, just kind of what we might call some semblance of the world we have today. It's just like, you know, you're very limited in combat. You know, you can punch guys, but it seems to me most of the gameplay around that is going to be traversing the environment, kind of like you would in Breath of the Wild. You know, we saw various like gadgets, you know, like the ladder and whatnot used to get up mountains. But then it's like when you go into the underworld, I guess that people have pieced together that it's like the really war-torn like place where it's like, you know, we see all the tanks and like soldiers fighting. It's called Hades, and so I guess it's like during there it's gonna be more of like the gun shooty shoot gameplay, you know?
Shitty shoot bang bang.
Yeah, shooty shoot.
I never
bang,
saw
bang.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
I never saw that bit actually.
Okay.
I thought I saw the whole thing, but apparently not.
It was very like brief sort of footage of like the guy coming out of the water and he says something, light a cigarette for him, and
That was so cool. Yeah, it's like he lights a cigarette with sparks in the air, takes a couple drads from it, and then just tosses it into like the pit of like tar that they're in, and it just ignites, and they just move through.
and they just
Oh,
walk
that
through
was
it.
so
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good visuals. I'm still very confused about it, like most everyone.
Aren't we all? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
I
actually-
don't.
If you watch the Japanese trailer, there's like a couple extra like seconds there of like him fighting like what looks like a boss. It's like a big like black boss like creature. So if you haven't
Okay.
checked that
A
out,
whale thing, kind of thing.
I don't know if it's a whale, but it's like a big like larger than a human like
Okay.
Okay.
like entity, black entity thing. So
Okay.
check that out. Need a chance. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, extended footage boss battle.
There
Yeah.
it is. Okay. Yeah.
So
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I can't really have, to be honest, because I don't even know what it is. Like, I want to play it, but I don't know what it is, and I don't have a PS4, so that's awesome. I'll have to go on before it comes out. But I mean, it looks like a Metal Gear Solid game in a sense to me, a bit, and
Yeah.
it's. I mean, if it'll be obviously very story focused and like 40-minute cutscenes and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, I don't really think there's anything to talk about. It looks awesome. Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
get into this
Straight to
very
the point.
weird
Give it to
thing.
us.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. It's like I think the reason why it's like it kind of aesthetically invokes the Metal Gear stuff is because Kojima got the same like lead artist that he's had on Metal Gear for years, Yoji Shinkawa. He has the very distinct art style and everything, and so it's like I was kind of happy to see his name pop up in the like art direction credits and everything during the trailer. So that's probably why it's so like similar looking and feeling to traditional Metal Gear.
yeah.
I showed.
He did-
Oh, go ahead.
No, so he got out on the internet, on Twitter, and was like, "Oh, it's not a stealth game."
Yeah.
So if you're concerned, it's like, "Oh, I don't like stealth," and it's apparently not a stealth game. It looked like there was some elements of it, but
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like we see that one scene where it's like in the normie world. It's like you're hiding in grass from like a convoy of trucks or something. So before it seemed like they pretty easily spotted you though.
yeah, I don't think also he like tried to get spotted. He just like ran out in the open. I was like, why would you? Oh, whatever. But like gameplay.
So looking for a fight. It was like we need to show them gameplay. We need to bait gameplay. That's not just us walking around in a field, because that's all we've really seen so far. Yeah.
So in a sense, like all it is like you're kind of the resistance in a sense, and this other corporation's taken over, isn't it? Isn't that what they said?
No, it almost seems like
I don't
it's
know.
like division sort of thing, where it's just
Well,
like
I said-
America is screwed up, but it's like you're still trying to with the government, because you know the lady in the hospital bed is apparently like the president of the United States, the former president of the United States, or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and I think this other corporation's taken over or something because there was something referenced in the trailer. So it seems to me like this mega corporation has kind of taken over the world or something, and you're trying to retake America from these guys and kind of get government and all that kind of back on track. I don't know.
I don't
People
know
are
what we
shaking
can
their heads.
say.
I'm just saying.
That's a good.
Speculation.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, it seems like they have like some big, like, company that's like trying to connect like United States through some sort of like, I don't know, system, like connect everybody or something, and I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about like, oh, it didn't work last time, is what he said, or something.
The mark of the beast. Let's do it. Microchipping people.
Basically, right?
Yeah.
I'm really interested with Mads Mikkelsen's character and everything, because he seemed like, so obviously he's like the dude that's commanding the skeleton soldiers and everything. To some degree, we always see him, you know, kind of doing cool things with the skeleton soldiers. But then it was just like, then we saw him in sort of like a doctor's uniform almost, kind of like, I don't want to say a lab coat, but it was just like, you know, a suit and tie, and it seemed like he was working to some degree of medically related to you. He was singing to you as you were a baby or something like that. Yeah, that was weird.
I already like doing some science stuff.
Yeah.
He had like a picture with the Norman Reedus' character or something like that.
Yeah.
So
If
who knows,
okay,
man.
if we know if you guys know what the baby's for, then please tell me. But what do we think it's for? Like, why is it? Because I don't know. If
what
it
I
said
got
something
from
about
it
then.
is like you know, they have little clapper things. Those can like sense the like demons or whatever they're called.
The BTs.
And like the BTs, whereas like the baby can somehow like plug you in like to this weird state of in between like the real world and like the demon world, so you can like see them.
Yeah.
You can actually see them visually and not just like through a sensor.
Yeah.
So
that's what I got from it.
Kind of reminds me of Bioshock a bit for some reason.
A little bit, yeah.
Don't know why,
kind of
but
the little sisters and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's just like the babies that we see and everything. I don't think these are like your standard babies. I think these are like some sort of genetically engineered sort of, I don't want to say synthetic sort of thing, but yeah, because they were referred to as bridge babies or like Bridges babies.
Yeah.
And so it's like Bridges seems to be like, I don't say the corporation, but at least kind of the organization that you're looking for. Whether or not they're tied directly to, you know, the U.S. government or something is another question. But yeah, that seemed to be where it's like a lot of the tech and a lot of the characters came from was with Bridges. So yeah.
And with the, if this makes any difference, with the kind of collector's edition, they've got like a baby in a jar kind of thing. And it looks very mechanical, like from the back. So maybe that's gonna like they maybe mechanically created or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like with,
and I think the baby
AI
you
or
get
something.
is actually like baby size.
Yeah, they said it was like life size.
Oh, wow.
Which is it's so. The part of my brain that's like, dude, do it, do it. It's so stupid. You must have it. But I'm like, no.
How do you? I don't know. It's like, how do you justify having like a baby in a chamber, like on your bat shelf or something? You know, to like.
Let your parents walk in.
Yeah.
What is that? Exactly. I just want people to be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
But this game is fun.
Do we need to call the police?
Yeah.
Was it just me, or did the baby that was featured at the end of the trailer, or Mads Mikkelsen or whatever his name is, was talking to it? It looked kind of like a baby Norman Reedus to me. I don't know. I kind of noticed that.
Okay.
It's possible for sure.
I wonder if they'll pull like a Fallout
Yeah, like-
3, and it's like they'll show you getting born or created or something as you're in like Norman Reedus's. Yeah.
Everything just fades away. The letters are scrambled, and it says Metal Gear. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I will say I really like kind of the promotional material that they put out and everything. It's like it's being almost like a movie posters and everything that they do for it. Everything.
Those are cool.
Yeah, those are I really like that style. Yeah. You want honestly only Kojima. Only Kojima.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only Kojima.
Yeah,
Anybody
I mean,
else?
there's a reason they are just giving him money apparently, for unlimited money. So
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody else could pull this off but him.
Yeah.
Babies in jars and weird creatures and yeah.
And then like that actual explanation as to what like Death Stranding actually is like in the real world and everything, like what that term refers to. It was just like, you know, whales and like dolphins beached all of a sudden. Just wash up and it's like they die.
Okay.
Yeah. And like
The announcement
yeah.
trailer featured that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they were
Nuclear
like,
fallout, maybe? Who knows?
it's really. You know what? Game is bizarre. We've known the game is bizarre. Game looks even more bizarre. I showed it to one of my friends. She's not really into like games and everything, but I've shown her like all the Death Stranding trailers over the years as they've been coming out, and she's been like super interested in what the game is about. I showed her the 8-minute one last night, and she was like, "All right, well, this probably isn't."
I'm buying it.
No, she's like, "Well, this probably isn't a game I'd play, or if I did, it'd have to be in the like middle of the day with all the lights turned on." And yeah, but I might watch it at some point. So
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, we'll all find out what the hell is going on come November. Okay. Yeah.
Do we think they might show something at E3, like some more details?
I feel like
Possibly.
the only other bits of
It is
info.
Sony, though, so that can't work.
Right. I feel like the only
Yeah.
other bits of info we'll ever get about this game will be what the multiplayer will be like, and then,
Oh, sure.
and then that'll be it.
They've kind of already done that. Here we go again with my awesome Call of Duty information. So they said that people would be on different servers and nobody would interact with one another at all.
Okay.
Apparently, like what is it? No, like what's that space game?
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, that's it. Like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Apparently. So
Okay.
who
Well,
knows?
you can interact with each other now in that game.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. But
Yeah,
apparently they.
How is it multiplayer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, we know it's like we've known it's supposed to be multiplayer. How is that doesn't seem like multiplayer.
So, will it be like Dark Souls where you can like leave notes for people and stuff, or?
That's what I'm almost thinking. It'd be like kind of a Dark Souls-esque multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like invade into somebody's world.
Hello, Psyker in the chat.
I don't know.
Won't be as connected as it seems. Here we go. Let's try and
Okay.
read something.
All right.
Death Stranding is about blah blah blah. Oh great, very interesting article. It's like 2 sentences. Keep script. Well, I can't. Oh, okay, fine. I can.
All right. You know what?
Here you go. I
Oh.
found it. Death Stranding multiplayer actually sounds a lot like Dark Souls at first glance, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. In those games, players could interact in the sense that they could see where others had died, receive messages from them, and see their decisions in the past, but not actually co-op through an event or engage in PvP. Given that Death Stranding is about a lack of connection, those distant, barely there interactions with other players might do wonders for the game's atmosphere. I don't really know, so that's very helpful.
I'm kind of okay with that. Like, Sony has really excelled at just like solid single-player experiences lately. So, yeah, I'd be okay if there's no multiplayer in Death Stranding. All right, so let's talk about happy games. Like, kind of, you know, let's get out of the weird into sort of the. Yeah, let's
Even more weird.
No, let's get a little bit more innocent about things. TC, tell me about Pokemon.
Oh wow! They have the new announcement for the new Pokemon, or the Pokemon Pikachu, Detective Pikachu, that's coming out for the Switch.
Okay.
No details yet, but I don't know how they can continue that that storyline, how it ended and everything like that. And plus the slew of new apps that are coming out.
Okay.
That's definitely the big thing. And they're going to connect through the Pokemon Bank. So you'll be able to transfer all your Pokemon through Go and the bank and Let's Go and everything.
Okay.
And then they have the Pokemon Sleep, where you train your Pokemon while you're sleeping, apparently,
I just saw that.
Works with
really, really dumb.
Yeah, I was kind of like, what's going on with this? Because you wear the bracelet, and apparently as you sleep, I guess they're better to sleep the more your Pokemon will train. I'm not really sure about how that's going to work.
I don't like this.
But
this is like the evolution of like putting a rubber band on like one of the sticks of your controller to keep your guy moving to like farm something, you know? Okay.
Now
The government's gonna watch us sleep.
The reason I bring them up is, when is it too many apps or too much access to Pokemon? Honestly,
this is a really good app, Pokemon Go Plus Plus.
But yeah, they have it's a cloud-based app, allows players to access their Pokemon from several games. You can trade your Pokemon within the app. And this Pokemon Home, it works with Pokemon Bank, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, and Sword and Shield as well, and also Go. So, I mean, it's kind of connecting all the games. I wonder.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, but doesn't Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee already do this? Aside from watching you sleep.
To a degree, I don't know. To a degree. All right. So
Yeah.
the way that I'm kind of getting this stops people from saying, "All right, fair point." So you can go to like a Pokemon game where you catch, you know, do that sort of thing. Say you caught a Pokemon in Let's Go Pikachu or something, like say you caught an Eevee in Let's Go Pikachu, because you know that is possible. And so it's like you could transfer that Eevee into the Pokemon Bank, and then in like Pokemon Go, the mobile game, which I still play by the way, to some degree. Yeah, I could then transfer that Eevee into Pokemon Go, train him up a bit through playing Pokemon Go somehow, and then put him back into the bank, go to sleep, have him train as I'm sleeping, put him back in the bank, and then put him back into Let's Go.
Now you know.
Let's Go Pikachu, and then he would be like leveled up and stronger. And then
That's like I said,
flow.
it's too much now, I think.
Dear God.
That's
It's a lot.
So you got Pokemon Sleep. What are the other apps called?
Master and Home. Yeah. So it's Pokemon Home, Pokemon Sleep, and Pokemon Master.
What is Master?
Or Masters.
What's Master?
It's like a new type of, it's like battling on the go. So it's like a battle system. Go already has that, but apparently this has characters from the other game series that I guess you battle against.
Brilliant.
So, yeah, I mean, it just seems like it's a little overkill.
All right, Let's Go
as far
Pikachu.
as Pokemon's go.
Eevee has the bank transfer as a one-way. Pokemon Sword and Shield came out, would most likely be this way as well. Okay. But then, okay, wait, it's like the article seemed to say that it's just like you could transfer them all between them, so it's like you should almost constantly train a Pokemon, like just as you're going about your life or so. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, even while you're sleeping.
Yeah, exactly. Just constantly.
Not even a joke anymore. It's actually.
Pokemon Go Plus is adding the type of functionality you tend to get with most smartwatches and tethering it to a Pokemon video game. Genius! Pokemon Sleep is being developed by Select Button, which has recently worked on mobile game, blah blah blah.
You can transfer from
just
Go to the
add
game,
it to
but not the
Pokemon
other
Go
way around.
and
Okay.
I don't know, stop 4 other apps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is
But
much. This is a
dumb.
bit much. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, so but other than that big catastrophe of apps flooding us, the Pikachu Detective Pikachu game,
Okay.
like did anybody really like the game, or was it
Wasn't
just
good.
the movie?
I didn't even play the game.
Is this the same game as the 3DS one?
No, it's
Yeah.
a sequel. It's a direct sequel.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So they're actually doing the sequel on the Switch now instead of doing the 3DS.
That makes sense.
Okay.
So everybody knows about Detective Pikachu just from the movie.
Yeah.
And it worked in a movie sense because it had a talking Pokemon, and that's, that works. But for a video game, it was just like a Telltale game where you made decisions and you walked around and you looked for clues and everything. I played it and I got really bored of it, but
Okay.
but you would just like you had quick time events instead of battling. Actually, that was the big thing about it. Is it was an adventure game.
Okay.
But I mean, you didn't really have much choice of where you can go or what you could do. So I mean, I've never heard anybody say they really, really like to take Pikachu the game.
Okay. Did you guys see
Everybody
the movie?
says they like the movie.
I
did.
Okay. You said.
I did not.
Okay. Anthony, did you?
No.
Okay.
I haven't even seen in-game yet. Come on.
I saw Detective Pikachu on Thursday night, and I loved it. Like, it was just like, yeah, it was just like, I enjoyed my entire way through it, you know? It's just like...
I seen it the Friday that it opened.
Okay.
It's good for a like a Pokemon fan because it's just it's overloaded with Pokemon.
Sure.
But as far as the story goes, it's an incredibly average film.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
it.
I figured out like all the plot points pretty much really early. Yeah, it was late. I saw all those time. I just enjoy just seeing like. Honestly, I could have watched like 2 hours just like the Pokemon going around the city and been fine and entertained. I just thought it was really cool. So
yeah, the music of the game was pretty good as well. I liked their choice in the music. It sounded like a movie score, but like the game.
Yeah.
So it's hard to explain how that works, but you just have to check it out. It just
pretty well adapted.
It sounds like a game soundtrack,
but
also a film score.
The references as well were hilarious. Yeah, those were pretty good.
Yeah,
it was definitely.
It was. Yeah.
Joel, one good video game movie was the live-action Super Mario movie. That was awesome.
We don't talk about that. Okay.
Oh Lord.
That was so good.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
Yeah. Everyone should go watch it. Everyone should.
What was Sid Meier's?
Wait, what?
What was the movie you're talking about?
Live-action Super Mario.
Yeah.
Oh, Super Mario.
Yeah, Super Mario.
Super Mario.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the Mortal Kombat one.
That's the best one, honestly. Yeah. Paul W.S. Anderson, though, he did that. And he also ruined Resident Evil for me.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Actually, the first one's like weird and bad. The second one's bad. The third one's this weird like Mad Max thing. Whatever. This is another topic, but yeah, I don't know.
Wasn't
okay. Dude, I saw a preview when I went to see Detective Pikachu. I saw a preview for the Dora the Explorer movie, and
yes, no,
it's this is like discount Tomb Raider. I swear. It's like I mean, it's like she shanks people. Dude, it's like she shanks people. Yeah, she has a knife. She has like
She has a knife.
Yeah, she has a really big knife that she just like pulls out from somewhere, and it's like she just starts going with it.
She didn't stab anybody though.
I don't think a person, but like.
Wait, what?
It's the implication. Yeah, Dora has a knife.
She has to go through a school checkpoint, and the first thing they pull out of her backpack is a flare, and I'm just like, why is like she going to high school for one? And why does she have a flare? And
she's always prepared, man.
Always prepared, apparently.
Always ready for
the
that.
book bag does not talk though.
That's like.
Well, this is real action, real life. Okay.
Yeah, it's like Boots doesn't talk either, which I thought was kind of weird.
Boots has a voice actor though.
Yeah.
Does he have boots on?
It's Danny Trejo.
Really?
Of course it is.
Dead serious. He is cast as Boots.
But
Danny
like, he
Trejo.
just makes monkey noises though. Like he didn't talk.
In the trailer, just showed him hug.
Trailer, yeah.
Yeah, but no, he made.
You see the swiper?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
I'm on board with this. This is really weird.
That's fantastic.
It's super weird.
It's gonna be meme worthy for sure.
Yeah. And like the thing is too is like they subtitled it also, so you know this is gonna be like a whole like series of Dora movies also now.
Oh no!
If this one does remotely well, like if this one
Dora
rates even at least, then there will be a whole like slew of All right.
Yeah, we seen the. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say we seen the trailer for the Sonic movie as well when we went to go see Detective Pikachu.
Oh, really?
That's a whole other can of worms.
Okay.
I'm surprised still showing that.
Well, he saw it like 3 weeks ago or so when Detective Pikachu opened. Yeah. This was Thursday night. This was Thursday night for Dora.
Yeah.
Oh, they killed it.
Imagine.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. So, and are there any other like Pokemon apps we can go we need to know about, or is this just kind of?
There's a bunch of them that
ecosystem.
are. There's a bunch already out. There's one where you raise a Magikarp as well, but apparently it's actually good. I'm serious. It's on editor's choice.
Nice.
What?
Yeah, you raise a Magikarp.
Love it.
Wow.
Love it.
And then we're getting a bunch of Pokemon stuff. What, like in a couple days, right?
Are we?
Yeah, is that when the
I think
direct?
it's
Oh,
the 5th,
yeah. There's
right?
like a Pokemon Direct coming up.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wait, didn't they already do that?
No.
Oh no,
they-
yeah.
Yeah, Pokemon Day they did a direct.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
This will probably focus on Sword and Shield. but-
I would imagine. I don't know. Or maybe they're
Yeah,
going
I
to
would-
explain all these new apps. Maybe they're going to
That's the
explain
thing.
everything. Yeah.
So we're not crazy, really. We're slightly insane.
Because I am lost. I mean, yeah. I mean, they just figured out that like Pokemon prints money, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, maybe we'll be surprised by what they show on the apps. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they might make it sound better than what I make it sound.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's weird. It's strange.
Yeah. All right. So,
Overkill.
that about does it for Pokemon. Unless anyone wants to comment further.
Gotta
kill
catch
it.
'em all.
Magikarp Jump is apparently good. I just want to say that Ryan Reynolds singing "I Want to Be the Very Best" was the greatest thing I've ever experienced, and the entire
Oh,
theater
nice.
sang along.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that was pretty solid.
he does actually sing it.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right. So my topic this week is From Software of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Sekiro.
Taylor.
Yes.
Hold, you missed me, just by the way.
What did you have to say?
About my topic.
Oh
Excuse
my
me.
God! I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What you're doing.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So... Mine's not really that long anyway. So apparently the Avengers game that Square Enix / what's the other name of them?
Crystal Dynamics.
Crystal
Yeah,
Dynamics.
Crystal Dynamics.
Okay.
That's right. Is not dead. Funnily enough, last year when we were watching E3, I was like, please show this, and apparently they're going to be showing it this year, which is good. So I'll just read a little bit from the article. Marvel's Avengers game will feature continuous single player and cooperative gameplay according to a listing on the E3 Coliseum website for a panel on the game taking place at the convention. Up to 4 players can team up in the Avengers game and customize their favorite superheroes to their play styles according to their liking. Here's the description. Embrace your powers and join key members of the development team at Crystal Dynamics and the creative team at Marvel Games as they talk exclusively about the upcoming Marvel's Avengers game. This is the defining Avengers gaming experience, an epic action-adventure title that combines cinematic storytelling with continuous single-player and cooperative gameplay. Blah, blah, blah. It's not going... I don't believe it's going to have a multiplayer. It's just going to be single-player and co-op. That's it.
Okay.
And that's basically all they've done. They've just basically confirmed that it's actually coming, that it's going to be at E3, which is good, that it's not dead, and they haven't even confirmed the game's name yet. It's just Marvel's Avengers is what it's called so far.
Wow.
What?
Huh? No, I don't know. I'm just
What?
like Avengers out at this point. It's like, do we really need a video game? It's like we got like a 2.5-hour finale to
I mean,
yeah,
I don't know.
everything. Do we really need a video game?
If you
That
can
counts.
play as Iron Man properly, then sure.
Okay.
If it has a Thor skin, I don't want to spoil anything. If it has a certain Thor skin, I will play.
Beer belly Thor.
That Thor?
Beer
Yeah.
belly
Billy Thor.
Okay.
I'll do that. I'll play Thor if he has the beer belly skin.
Yeah. Available
Wait,
for
I wonder if
$19.99.
it'll just like take place
Hmm?
at all. You think it'll like involve the MCU stuff at all, or just be its own thing?
I think it'll be based on the MCU stuff, but it'll be its own kind of storyline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it'll look like the characters from the MCU.
At least.
That's
okay.
what
What do we think it's going to be, like top-down tactical kind of thing, like every other Marvel game has been?
Imagine
Or like
it'd
a
be like
proper...
it might be closer to like
FPS.
Ultimate
another
Alliance.
Final Fantasy almost. I think. Actually.
It might be, yeah, it might be Final Fantasy.
I
Yeah.
just feel it's another Ultimate Alliance.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where like But like, then they're competing with Ultimate Alliance, which would be a bad idea, right?
Well, the new one is only on the Switch, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
if they branch out to the other systems, they don't have any competition on those.
I feel it's kind of weird that they've like not said anything about it for a couple of years now. And if it's going to be Ultimate Alliance, why wouldn't they just say, "Hey, it's Ultimate Alliance"? You know?
Yeah.
Because they've kind of done that before. And I think there are a couple of rumors going around that it was going to be an RPG.
Yeah.
But
How
like early
how would that
last
work?
year.
Like,
I think the rumor right now
Final
is it's gonna be
Fantasy.
like a Destiny style RPG.
No.
Like,
so it's
Yeah.
like gonna be like
Okay.
Captain America trying to find new upgrades for a shield, you know? It's just like,
well, I don't know about the loot part of it, but like,
Okay.
the, like, you know, you're running missions with like
Oh, okay.
other
I got
with
you.
4 people, with 3 other people, and stuff like
Okay.
that.
okay.
I don't feel like it would be gear based, but mainly probably like something like a skill base or
Okay,
anything
maybe
like
like
that.
ability based sort of thing.
Like a card,
I mean-
like a card system kind of thing. Oh, I'm going to attach this because it gives me more attack. And
Yeah, you
Okay.
could do like a
Switch
gem
up.
system or something.
Yeah,
like,
gem
this,
system.
you know,
Okay.
the blue gem or we don't know.
Yeah.
So apparently
Nice.
each hero is going to be fully customizable. So pink Captain America when?
Cool.
I want Hello Kitty Captain
Yeah.
America. Hell yeah. Okay.
There you go. So I don't know. I feel like it's going to be more RPG slash Final Fantasy-esque kind of thing, or either that or like a Destiny thing. Otherwise, why would they take so long to kind of give details on it? Really?
Reasonable.
I don't know. That's just my thinking.
yeah, that scares me. There hasn't been any details, anything
Yeah,
shown
yeah.
on it. It kind of makes me worry.
I don't know. Knowing
Andrew, you're over it apparently.
I'm interested in it. Like, I think superheroes are cool, and like that leads to some cool gameplay. But like, I don't know how they're gonna do it because like Crystal Dynamic is like they've done the Tomb Raider stuff, which is like pretty cinematic and grounded for the most part. Like, you know, obviously they had some weird stuff, but like you couldn't just fly. Like, you know, like some of these characters can just fly. Like, how do you like combat that? How do you combat like, well, I'm Iron Man, so I can just fly, but I'm whoever, and I have to run around the ground.
it's like
So
I'm Iron Man. I didn't
Mm.
fly, but I still get my ass kicked by Captain America. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
or yeah,
that's like-
so,
that's
yeah,
weird.
Captain America can't fly. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting.
That's why I kind of think it's going to be like Final Fantasy-ish.
What
So
the
it's
gun?
kind of turn-based combat in
Yeah.
a sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
But look, all you want, Andrew, is Quiet Man 2.
Don't even.
Sweet.
I'm working on this video, and it's well. Now I gotta rework stuff because things get announced and
Oh,
leaked,
no.
and
Okay.
yeah. But whatever. We'll
Yeah.
make it work.
It's just like, I don't know. As I said at the beginning of this segment here, I'm superheroed out, man. It's like I really just I don't care anymore. It's like I'm tired. Of,
I never cared.
okay.
so-
Yeah. It's like
I didn't have that much like investment in it. So when it
Yeah.
comes out, I'm like, all right, cool.
yeah. It's like
And I move on.
I just maybe ever caring is a good way to describe it. Also, it's like I will sometimes see the movies because, you know, entertainment or something. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's just like, but now it's just like, I'm just so sick and tired of it. You know, it's just like,
Yeah.
oh my god. And then it's like,
Mm.
yeah, it's.
It's
You know what?
like on the path of Star Wars in a sense.
Not like the X-Men where I want a cool X-Men game. Like
Right.
give me Wolverine or something.
Yeah.
It's like the same, like, you know, same
Uh,
people we've been seeing for such a long time.
Yeah.
Well, Wolverine was in the event, not modern day Avengers, but he was in part of the Avengers at one stage. He was
In
one
like
of the
a-
founding
yeah.
members.
In some
So-
alternate universe timeline, only seen in the
Yeah.
comics, he was in the Avengers. You know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever the explanation is for it.
Yeah.
They could have
So-
waited so long for the hype when the hype is higher. No, Chop Endgame Chop. I don't know. It's like, are people still super hyped about the Avengers? I always figured after Endgame it would be like, okay, we're done.
Yeah,
Right,
it's over.
It's definitely still part of like the conversation. Like it's not that old,
Okay.
but
And I mean,
Yeah.
Square Enix doesn't really have any other way of announcing it apart from at E3, unless they do like a stream. But I mean, E3 is kind of their time for like Square Enix is still very much involved in E3,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
stuff and all that kind of stuff. So E3 is kind of they couldn't really announce it any time earlier. All this is basically a rumor because it's on E3's website. It's also it's not announced, it's not confirmed. It's just a listing of it.
Okay.
I thought they tweeted some stuff about this stuff, right? Like
Did they?
Yeah, they showed-
Uh,
they like showed off like Captain America's shield and stuff like in the dirt and right. And,
No. Maybe. I
Well,
don't know.
one I'm looking at
No.
is from an image off E3.
They have a like the announcement trailer thing. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's not really anything, I don't think, but it's
It just showed like Captain America's shield and Thor's
Right,
hammer
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And then Iron Man's gauntlet.
Repulsor, yeah.
right. Yeah, so they
Repulsor.
got in front of it and like talked about that a little bit, but there was kind of a nothing. Like there wasn't anything there besides like, this game
But
exists
this-
and this
That's
is a
literally
character
all.
and yeah.
It's like Avengers still sells. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It'll make them every dime they spend on that license back,
Oh yeah.
even if the game is trash.
Yeah. People will pick this thing up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Marvel's pretty smart. Maybe if there's anything in Marvel Spider-Man, it'll be good. So. We'll
Oh
see.
yeah, true. That's like Insomnia did a pretty good job with that, didn't they? On PS4.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you got to think about the Thor movie official game tie-in. That was
Well,
that was
when was that? Xbox 360 or?
yeah, I think so. It was when the first Thor movie came out.
Oh.
It was
man.
like a God of War clone.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Nice. That's
They
bad.
also had a
remember
Captain
the,
America.
Okay.
The Captain America tie-in game as well.
Oh god.
I do
And,
remember that one. Iron Man.
Sega had a hand in the Iron Man one. Iron Man 2, I think.
Did they do a second one? I know they did the first one. That was really bad.
It was either the first one or something, but I do believe Sega had a hand in that.
Yeah, I remember Sega making an Iron Man game on Wii. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Because I remember renting it from Blockbuster.
yeah, you flew around. It was kind of like an Ace Combat game. Almost.
Yeah, it was almost it was decently
Yeah,
well
it was
done
a lot
in terms
of
of
work.
controls. Yeah.
No.
You guys remember
Yeah.
when Sega was good? I remember when Sega was.
Never.
They're still pretty good.
Yakuza.
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Right. What was that Dirt game that they did?
Dirt.
No, it was called something else.
Grid?
No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
Codemasters.
Oh, okay.
And Grid sucks.
It's Sonic
I
Team
can't
All-Star
remember.
Racing, which you can
No.
find our review for on
Culturegaming.com.
culturegaming.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did that end up
Which is
scoring?
Shameless plug. Eight, I think.
Really?
Yes.
Eight or
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Really?
It's gotten pretty positive reviews across the board, honestly.
Huh.
I might argue with that. If you go to Open Critic, it's averaging
Oh, yeah?
like 52 out of 100. It's not averaging that.
That's
good.
We gave it a 7.
Maybe a
Seven,
7.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for not being Mario Kart, not bad, right?
Well, speaking
Well,
of Iron
according
Man,
to you, Mario Kart's blinking Mario Party, so whatever.
That's just true. Mario, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So if this this might be better than Mario Kart because if things actually matter, like then I'll play it.
I feel
what do
like
you guys think of the
Andrew,
Iron Man VR game?
I'm actually kind of down for that. I'd be kind
I've
of
heard
down
it's
for
not.
that.
I've heard it's cool. Like not into it, but like people that I've listened to be like, oh, it's cool. It's just like flying, and I'm like, okay, sure.
All
Yeah.
right, yeah. No, I think that'd be a decent VR experience.
Mhm.
Andrew, I feel like you're the guy who has like some weird like triggering towards being like blue shelled after being in first place and like you end up in
It's-
second. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's the worst. It
Yeah.
doesn't. Nothing matters in those games.
Yeah.
I can win forever.
Rubber
and
banding,
then the
shocking.
last half a second, I lose, and I'm just like, what? Now I gotta start the Grand Prix over because I think it.
the goal is to
Love
stay
that.
in second so that it's like all the bad stuff happens
Exactly.
in first place until the very end.
But then
Exactly.
somehow I'll get hit with something else. It doesn't. It's not good.
I think you just need to go away from.
I've heard people just
Go
like,
to a
you can
nice
just, like
beach location.
literally put the controller
Relax.
down and get like 5th place.
Really?
Put the controller
Okay.
down, walk away, and like go to the bathroom, come back. You'll probably end up in like 5th place.
Damn.
Get
Okay.
like
I can see
5
that
bullet
happening.
bills, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I feel like there's
You put the auto steer stuff on, you'll be fine.
a lot of
Yeah,
catch-up
well-
mechanics.
What items you get depend on what place you're at as
Yeah.
well. So you get
Yeah.
the better items the further back you are.
Yeah.
I mean, in the front, you only get things to repulse items.
Bananas.
You get like green
Bananas.
shells and like little boost shrooms, and that's about it.
That's it.
Yeah. Maybe the
And that one
occasional
thing that,
fake
like-
item.
No, I get coins all the time.
Yeah, you always get coins. Because I know you're gonna lose them all.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
what's the one in Deluxe where you can like blow up a blue shell to stop it from coming at
true.
you?
You can do like the little
it's-
honker thing. I
Yeah.
don't know what it's called.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
honker
that's right,
sound.
yeah.
It's like a horn.
Yeah,
That's the other thing I was talking
I think there needs to be like a hardcore mode, so it's just like no items. You're just straight racing around the track.
That's where like the time trials come in. I'm like,
Yeah.
just give me some time trials here.
Yeah.
Speaking of that honker, it has to be done like almost perfect to repulse something though.
Like frame
you can't
perfect.
just spam it.
Yeah, no frame.
It's easy to do the
Frame.
blue shell because it like hovers.
Yeah,
It's pretty tricky.
but like the red shell, you don't.
you can't see
Just
behind you.
wait
Yeah.
1.5 seconds. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
exact. Otherwise, you had it.
Yeah.
Good idea.
You can dash out of a blue shell. I don't believe you at all.
You can't dash out of a blue shell, dude.
No. Oh,
And
even
also,
if you're in second and the person in first gets hit by a blue shell and you're close enough, you'll get hit by
Oh
it as
yeah,
well.
and then like the guy in third
That's
will
why
just
I-
ascend to first. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I always slow down if I have a blue shell. I'm like, I'm just gonna try and take out as many people as I can with me.
Yeah.
It's like back up.
Yeah. You can dash out blue shell. You can't.
Video or it didn't
The
happen,
blue shell goes
Joe.
out before
Video
third,
or
yeah.
it didn't happen.
So yeah, it's like that has to be frame perfect. Also, it's just like the blue shell is one of the most OP items in like any game ever because of how insane of a dodge you have to do. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Maybe we all just have to get good at Mario Kart. But you know,
Refuse.
speaking of
Possible.
getting
I
good,
refuse.
speaking of getting good, I'm gonna bring up my topic because I'm sorry for dating you, Anthony. Your name blended in with Andrew's. I really am sorry.
I don't know. I think I might fire you after that.
All right, cool. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So From Software, the makers of Bloodborne, Dark Souls, and now Sekiro, as well as some older games, has allegedly teamed up with George R.R. Martin to make a Norse RPG titled Great Rune. It's being rumored to be shown off at E3. And it's
Ooh.
apparently going to feature a more direct story similar to Sekiro's.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all we know about it. And then my little quip here is, so this is what Martin has been working on instead of writing Winds of Winter. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, so, you guys hyped for this? Guys, what do you guys think? Just based on concept
I mean-
alone, it's like Dark Souls, but in Norway, like Norse.
I hate Dark Souls.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that part.
Okay.
Do I?
It's
I
not
think-
Bloodborne.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
So
Jay,
it's-
like, who knows what he's even doing? Like, he could have just been like, "Hey, this is what your dragon should look like," and then walked away. Like him, what was it? Advising, I think, is what they said.
Yeah.
Like, he said he's advising a
Oh.
game in Japan,
So-
so
Okay.
it could be really
So-
nothing.
Yeah, I
So
think
he wrote nothing for it?
No, I'm sorry. To clarify, it's like the story element. It's going to be more. I misspoke. It's going to be a more indirect story style, similar to how Dark Souls and
Oh.
Bloodborne does it, as opposed to the direct story
Oh, okay.
style that Sekiro does. Yeah, which
Oh,
kind of makes sense because that's almost similar to how Martin likes to write kind of the side storylines. Just like he hints at a lot of things into the story that come up later and whatnot, or are important somehow. So that kind of blends really well, in my opinion.
Mhm.
So
So it's going to be another game where you get all of your story from like tidbits in the lore and books you find and scrolls you find and stuff
I would say,
instead of getting an actual story.
yeah, maybe. I would say at the same time, though, not as extreme as Dark Souls. Like, I think it would be a balance between Sekiro and Dark Souls in terms of storytelling. There have actually been a lot of people criticizing the directness of Sekiro by comparison, so yeah.
I don't know.
I
I,
thought it was
could never get into Dark Souls ever, and or any other game related to Dark Souls.
Okay.
So I'm out. I've
All
never
right.
seen. What is it? I can't even.
Game of
remember.
Thrones?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Never seen it and never read any of the books. Really out
Oh,
now.
wow. Wow.
All right. Andrew, what do you think?
It's-
Are you down?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I like Norse. Well, that's a cool thing. We'll see. Dark Souls. I don't know, man.
It's like God of War with brutal difficulty.
It's like a very.
God War is pretty hard, but
I know.
yeah, I don't know. All these games that are coming out where like it just have to focus more on the combat are super cool. Like Neo 2 is like more combat based, and so is Sekiro.
Yeah.
Kind of just like I like that better than Dark Souls. So if this is like a Dark Souls but just different place, I'm like, yeah. I guess I'll look at it from afar, and if I have like time, maybe I'll check it out for a few hours. But
Okay.
and then because J.R. Martin, I don't care about that. I know people love like well they loved. I guess it's got, from what I understand, people do not like this last season of Game of Thrones.
No, not at all.
No. Yeah, I have some friends who were just complaining about it like all last week
over it.
Yeah. They came over after like the finale and like, dude, I'm so mad. It was just so bad.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a total slap in the face.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Really.
Is that the end of? Is that the end of
the show? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Was he writing on? Was he writing? He wasn't writing.
No, he wasn't.
He was helping for like the first 5 seasons.
Okay.
And then once they got out of the book territory, it was the D&D, as they call them, the guys he put in charge.
Yeah.
They took over, and then somewhere in between that season and where we are now, they got offered Star Wars, and that's why it went down the hill. They wanted 10 seasons, but they gave HBO 8, and because of the contract they were in, nobody else could work on it but them. So when they left with the show.
Huh.
So they had to wrap it all up to go work for Disney.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah.
Very brutal. So
yeah, I haven't seen the show, although I have seen the ending to the show, and God, I hate it. But I've seen the ending to the show, and God, I hate how it turns out. But yeah,
well, he said it'll be different in the books.
Yeah, it's like I'm a very book purist with Game of Thrones, and I've just been casually waiting for like 3 years for Winds of Winter. Fine, I guess.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
10 years later.
Yeah. We were supposed to get it in 2017.
Yeah, I don't know if that's ever coming out.
2020 is what he says.
It's a very real fear in the community of purists that is just like he's gonna die before finishing the books. No, I'm serious. Like this is a very real thing because Winds of Winter won't even.
A meme.
Yeah, Winds of Winter won't even be the last book. There's gonna be at least one more past it.
Right.
So called A Dream of Spring. So, yeah.
I'm just waiting for Log Horizon season.
Honestly, same. But also, yeah. So, the one last little bit for Great Rune here is that it's gonna be shown off at E3 supposedly.
Where?
Yeah, that's my question too. It's just like, unless Sony does a state of play around E3 time, that'll be the most likely thing, right? Because From Software kind of like buddy with Sony. But I guess the only other place they could show this off would be Microsoft.
Or I mean, they could do PC game show, but I mean,
True.
That's a weird place to have it, unless like Disney do their own back alley dealings in a sense.
Wait, why would Disney be involved in this at all?
Oh no, not who am I thinking of?
Okay.
I know what I'm talking about. Unless they did like a separate show, like CD Projekt Red is doing, or something like that.
Oh,
maybe.
Okay.
Could do something like that.
Maybe.
It could show up on Microsoft pretty easy, but it is a game out of Japan, so.
Yeah.
From Software, like Dark Souls, like 1, 2, and 3, they're on Xbox as well, right?
Yes, they are.
It was just Bloodborne that was a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
So yeah, they could show it off at Microsoft.
Whatever that first game was called, Demon Souls. There we go.
Yeah,
Demon Souls.
But like,
that was kind of easy.
That was far superior because of it was easier.
But like
Exactly.
mostly also it's just like From Software, or I guess it's like the player base for like Dark Souls and like From Software titles outside of Bloodborne is concentrated on PC or PS4. That's the thing. It's like on the community, even like PC players refer to like abilities for Dark Souls weapons as like, oh yeah, your L1, your L2, as opposed to like your left trigger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, left bumper sort of thing. So it's like, yeah, it's like, so.
Better shorthand too.
There's a huge community within Dark Souls where they just speedrun the game and they put everybody that struggles with it to shame because they beat that game in like an hour.
I'd say after the first couple times through, it's just like Dark Souls is really easy. Like Dark Souls 3 is pretty easy now to me.
I couldn't get through the first boss.
Okay.
The very first one, like the very first where you
The
jump
very,
down
very,
and jump,
very first one.
where you can
Like
instantly kill it by
Asylum
jumping on its head.
Same with
I didn't know that.
no, same with Sekiro. Also though, it's just like, oh, you can get that down to sub-hour for a speed run.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're beating
Oh,
it in
wow,
53 minutes.
Yeah.
Right now, I think 53 somewhere in there.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's insane. It's like Mega Man. You just learn the pattern of the boss, and
Sure.
then
Yeah.
you'll get it. No problem.
Thomas the Tank Engine Snake. Why not?
That's such. There are so many like mods for Sekiro now.
Hilarious.
Yeah. One of my favorite ones is like a player model mod where it's like you play as a low poly model of Donald Trump. So it's just like you're just like going through and like it's really funny. And then it's just like I guess a really popular one though is and it's really well done too, is a character. It's like you play as 2B from Nier.
Sure.
Yeah, that's really popular. So
Okay.
yeah, but it looks
Huh.
really well done for what I've seen on the Nexus mod page. So yeah, go for it. What I'm really waiting for is like a boss rush mod or so for Sekiro, where it's just like you're just fighting the bosses. Like you just have the option to like fight the
Wow.
bosses constantly.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like what they have in Yakuza.
Okay.
You fight bosses. There's a boss rush mode in there.
Okay, that's cool.
That would be cool.
All right. Anything else to say about Great Rune?
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested to see just what it is because it's always fun.
Yeah.
I just want to know what George R. R. Martin has contributed to it. Like
That's also true.
That's-
I hope.
that's what I want to know. That's going to be the selling factor for a lot of
yeah.
fans.
Yeah. It's like this has great
But yeah,
normie exposure potential, which Martin's name attached to it. So you
Yeah.
know the
I'm-
guy who wrote Game of Thrones? Well, he wrote this game too. Yeah.
And then they play it, and then they die, and then they hate it. and
Yeah, definitely.
it becomes a big
It doesn't-
controversy.
Well, it
It's too
doesn't matter
hard.
because From has the money. Yeah. From
Yeah,
has,
yeah.
has their $60. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, GameStop was starting a thing actually where they were going to let you return a game, and I can't remember what game it was. If it was Sekiro,
Start with Days
They were
Gone.
Days Gone. Yeah, they were letting you return it. So who knows? They
Oh
might.
no, that's not. Okay.
Days Gone is already $20 by the way, or it's going to be.
Wait,
$20.
really? I'll buy that. Game.
Yeah, it's going to be on sale with Spider-Man.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, for $20.
Anthem's already like 10. yeah.
Anthem's just like dead. Anthem is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They got back on Twitter finally.
Did they? Would they? Oh, was it for to
By
announce
the
like
way.
their live stream or whatever for it?
It was for the event that they. Well,
Oh, the Cataclysm
the
event.
Yeah, Cataclysm, and it was garbage.
Yeah.
It was really bad, apparently. So
They just need to go back to Mass Effect.
Do we even want to
Ah,
see that
please
though
don't.
after Andromeda? Well, yeah, we know that. We know that Mass Effect 5 is in the works.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, it can be redeemed.
Yeah.
I still have hope.
I think they're gonna do well with Dragon Age, to be honest. I reckon fantasy's where they're at, to be honest.
Okay.
Like fantasy /
Yeah.
old times kind of thing.
Dragon Age Origins is by far the more superior of all of those titles. In my opinion, anyway. I loved Origin.
I could never really
I
get
could
into
never get
Dragon
into
Age. Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
Okay.
I loved that every different race had a different beginning story. And
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
really, that was really neat.
Okay. Yeah. It's I don't know, the whole thing that's like with BioWare and everything, it seems like so many of their issues just come down to like basic RPG progression systems. I mean, that seems to be an issue with some games coming out now also. It's just like the progression system is so just weird, I guess would be the best way to call it, or it's just like it doesn't make sense, or it's either just incentivizes you to buy stuff as much as possible sort of thing. So yeah.
And like, I think also another issue that I've got is a lot of people who worked gone now. So a lot of their teams like moved on and gone to other studios and whatnot. So they're kind of operating with a new team who doesn't really know what they're doing, I guess.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
putting it lightly at least.
Yeah.
While we're on the subject of fantasy games, they said there was a supposed leaked quotations that Fable will be shown, reboot. That
I wouldn't be
you guys
surprised
heard anything
actually.
about
Interesting.
I mean,
I think
Peter
Peter Molyneux.
Peter Molyneux,
Yeah.
he needs to not have it, but because of 3.
Yeah. Did they ever do a Fable 4? No.
No,
Was 3 the last one?
Fable Legends?
That got
They-
canned though.
Yeah.
yeah, they had another one where it was like one person that like had a dungeon versus 4 other players, and then that got
Okay.
That was
yeah.
I thought that was Legend.
that was Legends. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not. If that wasn't Legend.
Okay, so yeah, Fable 4, that'd be reasonable. Did you see like Microsoft tweeting? It's like they have 14 first-party titles to show off at E3 this year,
About blinking time.
or some. Interesting.
Gosh, Funko
Yeah.
Halo, Funko Fable. What else?
Funko Gears. Oh, that's
other-
already a thing.
Funko Gears of War already exists.
Yeah,
so.
Funko
Funko
Crackdown.
Ori and the Blind Forest, or Ori.
Funko Crackdown.
Mhm.
Funko.
I'm really not
what's
holding
another
hope
Microsoft
for
exclusive. I
Microsoft
don't even
doing
know.
I don't know. Funko car game.
Xbox One X.
Funko
That was
Forza.
garbage.
Funko Forza.
There we go.
Yeah.
Funko Forza. Love
Yeah.
it. I don't know. We'll see what happens with Microsoft. I'm not holding out hope though.
No, it's gonna be.
That's
Although-
gonna be a train wreck, I
Actually,
reckon.
no. I'd
are,
imagine.
they are bringing the Game Pass over, so we'll
Yeah.
probably hear more about
to
that.
PC. That's one good thing they did. Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna get kind of Halo heavy in this Microsoft conference. I get the feeling that it's like, so it's like this kind of gets into E3 prediction territory, but I don't even care. But like, I feel like we're gonna see some
Quite close,
significant, maybe at the Microsoft conference or at the PC Gamer conference, we will see MCC show, or like Wraith shown off on PC and either one of those. But I get the feeling definitely at the Microsoft conference we're gonna get Halo Infinite announced as a launch title for net. And okay, so hot take here, we're going to get
And a Scorpio.
we're going to get a release date for the next gen Xbox, which it'll be 2020 sometime.
Yeah.
And Halo
I agree.
Infinite will get announced as a launch title for it. And that's gonna
I
be,
agree.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's
We'll see.
I could see it.
yeah. I think that's gonna be the way they go with this. Yeah.
And they really need to step it up with the whole Anaconda thing, because Sony's absolutely blown it out of the park with the PS5. Like releasing all their, not releasing, but like all their specs coming out and what they're going to be offering and all that kind of stuff. Whereas we don't know anything about Microsoft yet, apart from.
I mean, they're both going to be very similar and everything. They're both partnered
Yeah,
with
I know.
AMD, and it's just like
Yeah.
it's like I still trying to get the feeling that the Xbox will have more powerful hardware to it. That's the thing.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that I think they need to really build hype around, because Sony's done that very well the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, I would say.
Hmm.
What do you guys think of like them releasing two versions of like? We kind of know this for Xbox, and then Sony's kind of up in the air, but people kind of think this will happen also. Like two versions of the same console, or it's like two versions of the console at the same launch. You know, you have like the PS5
like-
and then the PS5 like Pro or whatever. You know, for-
And like the iPhone does that stuff, so I don't
Yeah.
think it's out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely not
All
out
right.
of the realm of impossibility.
No.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, yeah, I think that's gonna wrap things up then. Except for what are the games releasing this next week? Anthony.
Not much this week
Okay.
because obviously coming out to E3,
Yeah.
we have around how many days? Like 8 days or 9 days? Or
A little more than that.
something like that.
Yeah.
So we've only got like 6 or 7
days.
titles or so.
Yeah.
10 days. There you go.
Well, I guess if you're
Um,
counting like the weekend, yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, true. So we have the Elder Scrolls Online Elsewhere, which I believe came
Elsewhere,
out. Is coming out tomorrow for Australia, and obviously the day after for US, which is on PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
It's the expansion.
Yep. Warhammer Chaos Bane, which should already be out. I thought that released on the 31st.
Okay.
That's weird. PC, PS4, Xbox One, apparently according to this, June 4th, but I believe it's already out. Battletech Urban Warfare is going to PC on June 4th as well. The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2 is going to PS4 on June 4th. Persona Q2 New Cinema Labyrinth. Yeah, Labyrinth. 3DS, apparently that's coming to June 4th as well. Reventure official launch is going to PC on June 4th as well. Conqueror's Blade is also going to PC on June 4th. Barotrauma is going to PC on June 5th as well. Hell Let Loose is going to Steam Early Access on June 6th. Toki is going to PC, PS4, Xbox One on June 6th as well. Road to Gurudong is going to Steam Early Access, obviously PC, on June the 6th. Journey is going to PC on June the 6th as well. Q is going to Switch on June the 6th. Octopath Traveler is also going to PC on June 7th. And Omen's Sight Definitive Edition is going to Xbox One on June 7th as well. And that's it for this week.
I might actually pick up Journey on Switch. That'd be fun.
Was that going to Switch?
Did you say Switch?
I think it's
PC.
Oh, okay. Rather PC.
Huge.
Okay. Either way.
Switch.
Okay. Either way. PC. Yeah. Play Journey on PC, no problem. All right.
Sure.
So, TC, where can the good people find you on Twitter, if applicable?
Well, you can just find me
Or
at
social media in general.
What's that?
Or social media in general, really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, just to find me, I'm pretty much just on Twitter at sleepless underscore TC. That's capital S, capital T, capital C.
Okay.
That's but yeah, and then where else? What else did you? I'm sorry.
You can just do your Twitter. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. That's pretty much what I'm on the most of, honestly.
Okay.
Cool.
Works then. Andrew, how about yourself?
Always find me at Twitter, Instagram at DuronSki. Keep an eye out. Yeah, I cut out again. That's fine.
Every time you cut it
So
out, it's
weird.
weird.
But your
Probably
mic
something
just
has to do with,
censors it.
yeah, something
Okay.
has to do with like my pronunciation, possibly. Anywho, it's DuronSki. And
You're good.
I'm doing fun stuff over there. Check it out. And then YouTube page, of course. Some videos should be up shortly if everything goes right with my setup. So also keep your ear to the ground over there on the cultureofgaming.com YouTube page.
Awesome. Anthony?
I am still not really using Twitter, but I do occasionally.
Okay.
However, I do run all of the site social media stuff and whatnot. So if you're wanting to contact me, probably the best spot is off any of the site's social media, really.
That includes the myspace.com page as well. All right. You can find
Sure,
me.
why not?
My personal Twitter is at InfuriousElecon. That is at INFERIUSELLECON. I talked about everything over there, man. So, yeah. All right. So, thank you guys so much for watching episode 74 of the Power Podcast. There will probably be a podcast next week, but I can't guarantee I'll be there because I'm probably fired. So, yeah, I'll see you. May not see you guys next week, but Andrew and Anthony probably will. So have a good rest of the week, and I will not see you guys. I don't even know. This whole like
You're going to
intro-
E3, so I mean, I can't fire you yet.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so you're still safe.
All right, so
Yeah, they
I will
should.
see you guys next week then. Awesome. All right. All right, so yeah, once again, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.